Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me. This is a video that is part of a series of conversations that I'm running about achieving potential after our 50s as we move into the second part of our lives. And I'm interested in finding out what people are feeling, what women are feeling in particular about this part of life. Now, the area that I want to talk about in this video is spirituality and belonging. So to me, the two things are quite closely aligned. I grew up in Africa and moved to Australia in my mid-20s. And having been born in the UK, I felt that I couldn't have a foot in all camps. But anyway, I didn't feel I belonged anywhere in particular. And in my teen years, I gave up the idea of belonging to a particular church. I felt that the religious teaching that I had received at school didn't fit with who I was as a woman, as I was developing. I felt that, according to the church, I would probably be considered to be a sinner, and I didn't think that what I'd been doing was sinful. So it's been quite a long journey where I've known that I have a spiritual side in my nature, and I know that is very important. That's as important as the emotional and physical. It's a given, but I haven't paid much attention to it until recently. And so I'm wondering if there are some people who are watching this video who are thinking much the same, that they don't quite fit into any particular religious denomination, perhaps. They don't quite fit with a totally alternative, perhaps a sort of belief system that is more to do with the occult or with, I don't know, horoscopes or something. There's a sense that they have that the spiritual is really important, but it's like not really clearly defined. So the problem with that is that we can get into a space of not feeling we belong anywhere in particular, not knowing how to express that deep-seated spiritual need so that it can be met. And it's the importance of this has come back to me recently with the death of my father. And looking back over his life, I can see how his spiritual expression became stronger as he got older. It wasn't very obvious to me when I was a child, but he became more, he became calmer, more able to delight in life, actually. That's probably the biggest thing about him. He was always a playful and engaged father, and I think so he was already doing pretty well, and then as he got towards the end of his life, he was less physically able to do things, but he so delighted in his family. And that to me was part of the expression. That was how he expressed himself. Part of the expression of himself was, as a spiritual person, was in the way that he was the custodian for that family. So I've gone off track a little bit, but I'm interested to know if it's a big question, isn't it? What challenges are you having in your spiritual expression, in who you are? Because I think that's the really key part to our identity, really, is who we are spiritually. Do we understand that? Do we feel connected with that? Do we feel that somehow we belong in this world? So any ideas or thoughts that you have about that, I'd really appreciate if you just put it in the comments section underneath this video. and I'll certainly see them and reply. So I'd like to talk to you. It's a conversation worth having, I think. So thank you and have a good day. And I'm Iris Whitelock. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you later. Bye-bye.